Alright, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is. It is interview time, and we got the one, the only, the very talented. He is currently signed to Empire Records. We got ML Underwood right here on the line. How you doing this evening?
Hey, what's going on? What's really happening, y'all?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. I first and foremost have to say, man, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy evening, and I hope everything is all good on your end out in Chicago.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I gotta ask you, ML, like, what made you decide to get into the music industry initially?
Well, I got a long story, man. I've been involved with, in the industry ever since I was 14 years old. Back, of course, with beatboxing era and breakdancing, and of course, I was a beatboxer, so when the machines came and changed the game, I got a little discouraged, and I didn't get into making beats like all the other beatboxers did, but what I did was I kind of like veered away and got into the streets and things of that nature, but I always kept my finger in the music industry.
And I also, as I mentioned a few moments ago when we first got on the line here about Empire Records, I gotta ask, how did you actually get connected with Empire Records? And of course, like, what is it like being signed to them? Because they are a really huge popular label currently today.
Well, yeah, of course, Empire is a great asset for me because the resources really is what I need as an independent artist. The resources, I make great music, and they have the resources to pretty much be heard. My music is in the prisons, is all, every prison, federal prison, state prisons, and places that most platforms couldn't have my music. So that was one plus. And the networking and the resource that they have has really been they've been, I've been in all the magazines, hip hop magazines, since I've been signed to them. And I have genuine fans. I have a fan base of individuals who are conscious, who are who hip hop individuals, and who understand what has happened with hip hop, and who love good music. And I love my fans. They write me all the time, inbox me, let me know how they love my music, and they love the messages that I'm putting in my music, and how hardcore it is. But at the same time, I'm giving game, and I'm teaching as well.
Most definitely, and I gotta say, like, Empire has a huge list of individuals that were or currently are signed. Like, one thing I do have to ask, and I know this is probably a question that a lot of these youngsters that are listening right now are probably going to enjoy, but with XX Tension, with that individual, were you currently was he signed to the label when you were at Empire?
No, I'm only been with Empire for actually signed for a few months. I've been independent in My Life Entertainment for years. I've been behind a lot of artists myself. I've supported a lot of artists in their careers through My Life Entertainment label, and of course, he was there with them way before me, and I pretty much signed with Empire. Just actually probably about the last maybe 6 months or so, maybe 7 months.
And also, speaking of My Life Entertainment, you are actually the CEO of that company. If you don't mind me asking, can you tell us the story behind that company, and of course, what made you decide to start that up?
Well, if you listen to my music, all my music is about my life. all my music, every song. Crazy Love is about my relationship, my wife. Show Me is also about my relationship with my wife. I have a song called That's On My Life, which is about my complete life from as a child all the way up to now. The whole story is in that song. I have a song called I'm the Light. I Am the Light, pretty much doing this world of darkness. Of course, you know what's going on in the United States, what's happening, with the police and things of that nature. That song is pretty much geared to providing hope, doing this world of darkness. And I have songs with Juvenile called My Life. I have music. Well, of course, Willie Taylor's on that Crazy Love track, as well as Shauna from DPP. Shauna remixed it and gave a response. I have a song called Coalition, too, that is pretty much designed. This Coalition song I put together, it's a unique song because it's only targeted a unique audience where individuals who are gangsters on the streets, who are either a vice lord or gangster disciple or 5 or the 6, and just basically talking about as a coalition that should be together, and how they are together, So, yeah, that's pretty much the reason why, it's called My Life Entertainment, is because it's all about my life, Me and my little nephew since he was like 16, 17, 18, we discussed having a record label called My Life Entertainment, and I pretty much ran with it.
And I have to say, speaking of that song as well that you were talking about a few moments ago, titled "Crazy Love," I have to say, man, directly after this interview, I'm going to be spinning that on the radio station. I really do enjoy that song, man. It's a phenomenal track.
Everybody do. Yeah, everybody loved that track. When that first song first got released, I was kind of shocked. I was getting like 25,000 streams a day, and it was going on for months. This just went on for months, and I was like, wow, this song is really. You can really tell when a song, when everyone loves it because of the streams. People keep streaming it over and over again. And that's one song that people constantly are streaming to this day. I don't even promote it as much as I promote my other songs, but people are constantly streaming it. Of course, they're streaming all my music, but "Show Me" is number one.
And also, as we already know,
Crazy Love.
Oh, sorry about that,
ML. Yeah, Show Me is another one that's reaching the charts too, but Crazy Love is number one. That's a correction.
And as we already know, we got connected through OG Suicide, but I have to ask you, how did you originally meet OG Suicide? And of course, do you guys have any future projects currently in the works?
We probably eventually going to do something together. You know, OG, he's been in the industry for a long time, and he has a stronger relationship with Empire than I do. He's kind of like a PR for me. He's kind of he's someone who loves my music, and he supports me, and he helps direct me in give me the right directions as far as my music and where what I should be doing and how I should be presenting it. So OG is really kind of like a mentor to me in the industry, especially with his affiliation with Empire as well.
He is actually a phenomenal individual as well, man. And I gotta say, he's a phenomenal humanitarian in my personal opinion. When I had him on the station about last year, this individual gave his phone number right out live on the air and was like, if anybody is going through anything and need to talk, call me. And I was like, whoa. Yeah. I've never heard a celebrity just give their personal phone number out. It was actually astonishing.
Yeah, he's been through a lot in his life, and he sees life differently than most people. So he's helping individuals because of what he's been through. So he's offering help himself.
And also, yourself, along with your wife, formulated the United Prisoner Association. I was wondering if you can tell us a bit more about that, and of course, how can the general public actually get involved?
Well, United Prisoner Association is designed to, what we do, we raise awareness in this world that we live in, especially in the United States, of the mass incarceration. There's so many individuals that are in prisons, nonviolent criminals. I'm talking about they got life sentences. We have individuals who have life sentences who were first-time offenders, nonviolent. In fact, since we're speaking of that, Duke Tanner, individual that grew up in Gary, Indiana, he was just released. He got clemency from President Trump a few days ago, and he was just released. He had a very, very, very heartwarming release. It was televised, and I mean, it was very, very, very touching to hear how he felt about being released and him being reunited with his son. So, what the United Prison Association, what we do, we raise awareness. We try to attack the laws that are designed to kind of put individuals in prison forever, and we try to help the lobbyists to understand, to make adjustments so that these laws can't be used to incarcerate an individual for the rest of his life, all because he made a mistake. And that's pretty much it. And if anyone who's interested in becoming a member or supporting, it's www.unitedprisoner.association.com. The membership is $25, and you just log in and pretty much give a donation. And of course, all the money goes to this raising awareness and pushing to change these laws that is incarcerating mass individuals, and especially in the United States today.
And I have to say, man, I gotta commend you for doing something like that, man. Because unfortunately, not a lot of individuals really do stuff like that. But it's good to have amazing individuals like yourself in their corner, man. Because I agree with you. There is some laws out there that first-time offenders can get life for literally no reason at all. So I gotta say, man, thank you for what you do.
I appreciate that. I enjoy it. I was there once there, and and it's interesting how my story goes because I was in federal prison for 5 years, and of course 5 years is not a lot of time compared to some of the lifers, but I was at a medical facility because I had sleep apnea, and because I was there, I was around a lot of the lifers. So I was around individuals. I only had 5 years, but I was around individuals all had life, all had 28, 40, 50, and 60 years. So I'm hearing these stories for 5 years, hearing how they were, put into prison. So when I got out, I made it a goal to try to help these individuals that I was once in there with to get out.
And I also saw a newspaper article on your Facebook page of a skit you were a part of, warning of peer pitfalls. I was wondering if you can tell us a bit more about that.
Oh wow, that's you went way back to about Pulaski middle school days. When I was younger. You know, you got to read my book if you ever get a chance. It just describes who I am. You know, my mom was very religious, and my dad was a hard worker. And you know, I had both worlds. I had a touch of both worlds of a religious household as well as the street life. So I was raised up in both environments at the same time. So the teachers at my school, they saw what kind of individual I was, and they saw that I was kind of hanging with the gangsters, and I was in the streets as well. But they took me out of that and kind of was keeping me busy. And using me to you know, skits. It was called Teens and Gents. It was a group of teens that got together, and what we did was, you know, we just kind of done skits to show the danger of gangs and drugs and things of that nature. And really, they just pulled me out to do that because they didn't want me in the street, because they knew I was pretty smart in school. I was an A student in school, but at the same time, I was a gangster. I was out there, you know, and I was running with them, and they all loved me, and I was true to it. I was true to it. So.
And also, following up on the book, that's actually the next question on my list, was actually, you wrote the book, My Life Before and After Entertainment. I have to ask you, where can our listeners actually purchase themselves a copy if that's something they're interested in snagging?
Well, yeah, Amazon. You go to Amazon. You can you know, type in my name, Marlon, Marlon, L Underwood, or you can type in the book name, My Life, the number 4. Before, you know, you got to use the number 4. My Life Before and After Entertainment. It'll pop up as well. You see me with a bow tie on, and of course, it's a great book. Most people who read it, they all let me know how they feel and that they appreciate the book, because I just basically talk about my journey. I've failed many times, and that's one of the things most people tell me, is that they've really never met a person as young as me who has had many falls and was able to get back up so fast and become bigger than I was before I fell. So, you know, that's one of the comments I get from a lot of people. They all say, man, you've lived so many lives. You're only in your 40s, and you've done so much, and you failed, and you got back up, and you become stronger every time you got back up. So I really appreciate hearing that, because I take pride in really becoming better than the better me all the time.
Hey, most definitely, that's a great way to look at it. You know, a lot of people can go through so much, but you know what I mean? As long as you get back up and keep going, that's the main thing.
That's right. That's right. You just got to keep going. We're all imperfect. We make mistakes and things happen. It's true character is based upon how you react to things, how you react to trials, and that's how you understand what kind of character you are. It's how you react to trials when they present it to you.
And the one thing that I actually have on disc is actually the David Chris Mr. Foster Hits the Collection. And I also noticed as well that you were actually on track 3 of that song with Boozy Badass. I have to ask you, what's the story behind that song recorded? Because I have to say, you guys have phenomenal chemistry on that song.
Yeah, that's another song. You know, it's about a year old. That's another song that's been streamed a lot organically. A lot of people are streaming it. It's King God Legend. It's everyone on that track are legends. Of course, you know, Boosie, you know, and from Baton Rouge, and how he's a legend in his area. You know, and Gary, I've been around Gary for so long. I'm considered one as well. And we have another artist, Mutt Dog. He's from Gary too. He's been in the industry for a long time and done a lot of music with a lot of individuals as well. And of course, you see Shauna. She's the baddest female rapper alive is on that track as well. And we all went crazy on that track. And you know, it really that song really touches on the importance of being a leader and understanding who you are. And being confident about it. And that's what I love about King God Legend. I enjoy doing that track.
And one thing I also saw on the internet as well, pertaining to the Hits the Collection, is that you actually wrote the song recorded. I was wondering if that is true. Also, what inspired those lyrics?
Well, okay, the Hits the Collection, that's on Mr. Foster. He's another mentor of mine. Let you clear it up a little bit. That verse that you heard of Boosie was put on one of the tracks that Mr. Foster had on his collection. But that verse came from the track King God Legend that I put out. But you know, of course, I write my music, but I have someone that helps me as well. Young Conda Don. He's the lyricist, and I'm pretty much a game spitter. So both of us together, we're really unstoppable. My mind, I'm I'm a motivational speaker by naturally. I've been that ever since I was a child, and in my life, I've been through so much. So I just use the things that I've been through in my life and the experiences, and I present it. I give it to Young Conda Don, and we sit down and we put it in a lyrical form so that we can catch the attention of those who are listening. So I have someone who helped me. His name is Young Conda Don, who I consider the best rapper alive.
And also, back in July, you actually released this song, I'm the Light, which I have to ask, man, because I listened to that song so many times since we actually booked this interview.
Wow, appreciate that.
And I have to say, it's so inspirational, man. It's a powerful song. So I really want to know, what's the inspiration behind that amazing song? Like, what made that song come to be?
Well, it's two reasons. One, my dad, my dad, ever since he died when I was 14. So, but he always was like, I don't know if you remember how Mike Tyson had it with Consolano, who was always in his ear. And it seemed like Mike Tyson couldn't lose because he had that team behind him pushing him. And my dad was like that with me. He used to always tell me, son, you're the light. Son, you're the light. Because my dad always used to tell me I was one of the smartest individuals he ever known. And he just always, kind of encouraged me and blew my head up, And what I did, it kind of followed me in school. That's why I was a straight A student, and then no matter where I went, people loved me. And even in the streets when I got involved with the gangs, they all embraced me. But they all felt like I was a light. And my mom told me that everybody that I was around, I was always a leader. They always listened to me. I never noticed that, but she said that I was a leader. And when I look back, I can see that she was right. I mean, I was a leader, so I consider myself a light. But so at the same time, the second reason is that not only am I the light, we all are the light. All of us who are conscious individuals, and it's our duty to shine as a light in this world of darkness and to make sense of things and things that are, of course, you heard the lyrics of the song, and if you've seen the video, you see I'm pretty much, I'm just pretty much letting the world know that, hey, we're the light, and we can pretty much make the change in this world. It's up to us.
And I do want to say my sincere condolences to your father. I really want to say that. But he sounded like a phenomenal, phenomenal man.
Yeah, my dad, he in the book, I talk about my dad, and, we're from Gary, Indiana, where the Jackson 5 was from, and my dad was one of the individuals, of course, back in the day, they used to put money together and behind the artists, and my dad was one of the ones that put money with Joe Jackson to help with the Jackson 5. And that's where my name, I was named after Marlon Jackson. My sister went to school with Marlon Jackson, and she named me after him. So, music, I've been affiliated with music, ever since I was born. My dad was a hustler from Gary, and, back then they were really together. And of course, people wonder how Joe Jackson did it. He had a team. He had individuals, hustlers, gamblers, all put their resources and money together to get those kids out there and known to the world.
If you don't mind me asking, before we move off the topic of I'm the Light, where was that actually filmed? Because I noticed in the video it says Crenshaw, and I know obviously that's California, but did you kind of grow up in like Los Angeles?
No, I didn't grow up in Los Angeles. I went out there to California because, of course, that's Mickey Howard's sample. If you listen to the song, Mickey Howard, that's her song, but I sampled it. And you probably remember there's a light that shines, how she sings, that beautiful song. I loved how she sang it, and I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and sample this. And I think this would be the perfect sample to present I like the message I'm trying to present to the world. And of course, Nipsey Hussle, he's very respected. And while I was down there filming, having heard in the video, I felt as though, I would be wrong to leave California without filming in front of Nipsey Hussle's mural, because he was definitely a light in California. He was a light to everyone there. The way he moved, to all the gangsters that were there as well. He set up an example to let everybody know that you can come out of that and you can shine and you can make money and you can use your money to help others. And it's not all about the killings and the murders and things of that nature. He exemplified that. He really led that that life in doing that. So that's why I said, hey, I gotta get in front of his mural, and I have to spit some of my lyrics to show homage to Nipsey Hussle as well.
And And also, I saw on Facebook a lot about Good Sense Oils. I have to ask you, can you tell us a bit more about that company, and of course, how can our listeners actually get some of those products?
Yeah, GSO, Good Sense. That's my wife Regina. I've been knowing her since we was in elementary as well. But that's her business. She has the best body scrubs in America. A lot of celebrities are buying her products. And you can go to her website. It's www.goodsenseoils.com. And I swear, if you order anything from there, your wife, you guys will be hooked. And everybody in Canada will be hooked because she has the best product. And I'm not just saying it because she's my wife. You go to her website and see the reviews. You see people like Taraji P. Henson and a whole bunch of celebrities are going crazy with her products. So she, of course, I'm investing in my wife. So that's another person that I love, and I invest my energies and monies too, because I know that as time progresses on, as we grow, we're going to take over the world in what we're doing.
Most definitely, and I saw some of the pictures as well, man. Like, those oils actually look phenomenal. So I suggest everybody that is listening, ladies, get some. Husbands, if your anniversary's coming up, you know what I mean? Get your ladies some oils, because every woman loves those. Get it or regret it. That's what I say.
Yeah, she has the best sugar scrubs and whipped body creams. Those type of creams that once you put it on your body, it stays on your body all day. It's not like how the other companies that you put it on and it's gone in like 10 minutes. The scent stays on your body all day. Everyone loves how it moisturizes their body.
And I have to ask you, ML, what's next for you? Is there anything I happen to miss during this interview? Anything else you want to promote? We still have you here live on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM.
Well, hey, I got a new project going to be released November the 6th. I love this product. This product that I'm presenting to the world now is it's called I Got Work to Do. I did this song with Sandy Reg, and she was on The Voice. She was the most memorable individual ever on The Voice, and she sung her heart on this track. I really love this track. It's going to be released November the 6th. Make sure you stream it, download it. It's called I Got Work. And the video will be out as well on the same day, November the 6th.
So you were just giving the fans nothing but hits, man. You got the song and the video coming up the same day, man. You putting in work.
That's my goal, is to put nothing but hits out there, and it's almost if you got good product out there, you can't lose when you have a good product. People go on a stream and listen to what they like, and that's my goal, is to always constantly put out good music. And I've noticed my music is being streamed all over the world. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of that.
And also, ML, this is the time in the interview that I give a chance for the individual that slides into the radio station airwaves. Just a chance to give shoutouts to whomever they want to give shoutouts to. And of course, man, your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you and all your up-and-coming projects if they're not already doing so.
Okay, well, of course, the IG. On Instagram, I'm under My Life Entertainment. ML Underwood, but it's My Life Entertainment. Follow me there. I got a lot of things going on my page. A lot of projects that I'm involved in, and that's where you can, know what my next move is going to be. I'm on Facebook as ML Underwood. I'm also on Twitter as well. And even on YouTube, on My Life Entertainment, you can see all of my visuals, all my videos on YouTube under My Life Entertainment. So, of course, I appreciate, everyone who's listening. Go and tune in. I guarantee you won't regret it, especially if you haven't heard it yet.
And I have to say, ML Underwood, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy evening to come on 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM. It truthfully was an honor and most definitely a privilege. Like I mentioned a couple times during our interview, I'm a really good fan. I'm a really big fan, of your work, and you really do put it down for the hip hop culture, man. So thank you for the years of music, man. And of course, if you keep making it, I'm most definitely going to keep spinning it.
Oh, man, I really appreciate you spinning my music on your radio station. It's always a joy to have someone just play your music because they love it, and not for other reasons. But I really appreciate you doing that, and I'm sure those who, my fans, they enjoy listening to as well. So thank you.
You are most certainly welcome, ML. You have yourself a wonderful night, and most definitely stay safe out there out in Chicago.
You too now. God bless.
God bless.